What's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Taking the car to the racetrack tomorrow night. We're going to do some testing, tuning, and so we're going to get this thing working on a little bit tonight. But I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about wheelies. Wheelies. Everybody like wheelies. Wheelies are really awesome. They look really cool. The fans love them. The spectators love them. But the drivers, me in particular, I hate wheelies. It's very easy to tear stuff up if you can't get it down. Now, sometimes if you just go up there and you let off the gas real fast, it slams down, it hurts a bunch of stuff, busts oil pans, shocks and struts and spindles and wheels. I've seen a lot of bad things happen from wheelies. So wheelies are very entertaining, but they can be very costly if you're not careful. So today we're going to talk a little bit about wheelies. I'm going to show you some data logs on how I get them down. The easiest way to get it to come down without tearing stuff up on the car and still kind of look cool. It's never going to be fast. A big wheelie that does not come down on its own, it ain't going to be fast, guys. That's just all there is to it. All right, guys, go to turbojohnracing.com, grab yourself some merchandise, comment, like, and subscribe. Check this out. All right, guys, right here, this is one way to control wheelies. Mad Racing, we got wheelie control on that. Basically what it is, it's a laser height sensor. Let me show you where it's at. And where it is right here. You can see it, we got it mounted to the chassis. Could have used hose clamps, didn't realize that, but Mad Racing sells these things. And let me show you how to set up a table for it. And these things work really, really good. But you have to set it up properly, otherwise it's going to do what you tell it to do, and it's not going to work exactly how you want it to. But let me show you how to set that up. Mad Racing, check them out. All right, guys, so here is my Holly set up. Different scenarios, fuel tank, everybody does a little bit different, I assume. But in the Holly, it's really easy. You basically just go into your advanced tables here. I've got it set up as a 1D table. My buddy Carl was telling me I could set it up as a 2D table and actually use time, and I did not think about that. But this is the way I set it up on mine. Wheelie control, time and offset, wheelie control is the x-axis. But really simple. This is something that I just started doing. That time to delay start, it used to be on like 0.01. That way it would start at the beginning of the run. And that's where you kind of have to play with it to be careful. Now the way you set this thing, I've got a wheelie control video. Go check that wheelie control video out. And it's actually installing this and setting it up. But basically, you can see mine like 7 inches at ride height, and at fully extended, those TRS front struts, they are really got a lot of travel. So the front wheels come off the ground about 15 inches or so. And that's where I start pulling out timing. And you can see I ramp it out, and then I keep it out all the way up. And this number was a little bit higher too. I was pulling up to 20 degrees of timing. But basically what happens is it comes up. This is at ride height right here. So we're at 7.7 inches. And it comes up. Let me show you the data log real fast. Hang on. All right, this is the last pass digger die where we race patches, and you can see kind of what happened here. Wheelie control is it's actually at 7.3 inches. That's ride height. The yellow line is where it actually pulls out the timing. Red line is RPM. Yellow line is timing retard. And basically all wheelie control does is just pulls out timing. And so we get out there, you can see the front end coming up. It's coming up pretty slow, but I forgot to tighten the front struts up. And so wheelie control, it started trying to wheelie, and you see the wheelie control, the inches, and then it starts pulling timing. And you can see what it does. I never let off the gas, and it pulls a bunch of timing out, kind of stuns the motor, pulled almost 12 degrees of timing out. Puts timing back in, and then we go on. And this is about where Patches put the gap on me. And down track here, you can see it's a little bumpy and the power's coming in as well. So we're at full travel, and then we hit those little bumps, and then you know, that makes the front end come off the ground, and then it pulls more timing to get it under control, and it does that the whole time. And of course we had a little bit of wheel speed down there as well, so we were kind of fighting that also. So overall though, I mean, that's one way you can do it, the wheelie control electronic. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to move this out to about 1.5 seconds out past where the actual, so it doesn't come on the starting line. And that way we can kind of do a little wheelie. As long as it's coming back down, it's okay. But wheelie control is active, and that will help you the whole time. So wheelie control is active, and it will help you as long as you build the graph properly. If you screw that graph up, then it's going to pull a bunch of timing when it doesn't need to, or it may not pull timing when you need it to. So you just got to be careful how you make it. It takes a little bit of setting up, but it's really awesome. Go check out Mad Racing. They got several different ones, but the Mad Racing wheelie control is freaking awesome. That's one way to get the wheelie down electronically. Alright guys, so the other way you can get a wheelie down is by pedaling the car. Now, it's critical when you pedal a car to get a wheelie down, you have to pedal it rapidly. And you have to pedal it before it gets too far gone. And what I mean by too far gone is you have to be able to feel the car accelerating. The car accelerates, it pulls you back in the seat, and then you seat of the pants, you're feeling it going up, and you almost start tailoring your butt to feel the rapidness on how much it's coming up, how quickly it's coming up. If you catch it fast enough and pedal it, and then you stab it, and then it'll come back down, and if it's too far gone, if it's too high, then pedaling it often takes a little bit more effort. And this was the pass against Bad Apple. I pedaled it really early in the run, and generally what I do is, this is it. This is my TPS up here. I pedaled it real fast, and when I say real fast, it's like as physically fast as you can move. And so right here, we're at 1.22 seconds. I go completely off the gas, and then I'm completely back on the gas at 1.42. That literally is taking my foot as fast as I can move it, off and on. And generally that will let the car come on back down. But what happened on this pass, it was too far up. I had stayed in it too long, and I didn't pedal it quite fast enough. We were already at 1.16 seconds into the run, and the car was climbing the ring gear. And so I pedaled it, and so, I mean, it's on the boost curve, boost is coming, and then I hit all these pedals out here. It was very violent in the car, but it did end up having to abort the pass completely because it wouldn't come back down because it got too high. So it did not slam down, so I didn't have any parts issues. I didn't tear up anything on the car. It was not able to complete a good pass. But so that was 1 pedal, 2 pedal, 3 pedal, 4 pedal, until finally I let off of it. And so these pedals, you can see they're fast. They happen very rapidly. You can hear it in the video how it was happening. All right, guys, so this pass, this was the same day, Thunder Valley, another test pass. We pedaled this one. I would say this was a success. We went a 115/60 foot, 313, 469 at 158 miles per hour. And you see, same thing, real quick pedal. This thing took off, and now when cars accelerate, sometimes they'll catch you off guard. And this was me chicken footing it a little bit. You can see the TPS is dropping just a tad. It's not dropping much, but 98%. And so that's not making it make less power. Neither is that 94. The car was accelerating so hard that it was just pulling me back in the seat. I pedaled the car right here. You can see it started coming up, driving left a little bit, so I needed to pedal it. So there again, a quick pedal. We dumped it at 1.14, and I mean, it goes down to 8% throttle, and then instantly back on at 1.32. So again, about 0.2 of a second is all we got there. And that's fast, guys. Moving your foot on and off of the gas. And you can see what it did for RPM. RPM is this red line here. RPM drops way down, and then it recovers, and then it goes ahead and runs out the back. So that is a successful pass. Now, if I wouldn't have lifted there and pedaled, that pass would have probably been maybe like a 465, 464. I mean, you would think okay, well, this is a huge difference, but it's not as much ET as you think it is. But it is some ET. And so, but that's a good raceable pass. This is what you want to do if you're racing and the car is doing something, or you need to get data down the track. This is a perfect, in my opinion, a perfect pedal to get it back under control where you can make a pass. All right, guys. So the biggest thing, the best thing I can tell you is whatever you do, if this thing starts to wheelie, do not just let off the gas completely. If you let off the gas completely, from whatever height you're at, it's going to slam down and it's probably going to break some parts. So don't let off the gas completely. Pedal it. There are some people that will shove it in high gear and that'll load it different and let it come down. But you have to be careful with that too, because sometimes it will not necessarily bring it down as easy. It's instincts. You got to calibrate your buttometer to be able to figure out when you need to pedal this thing. Pedal it rapidly or get the wheelie control on it and let the wheelie control take the wheel and try to get it down for you. A lot of people do that, and then it's really drastically helped people hurting stuff, doing great big wheelies and them slamming down. Because sometimes when it comes up and it gets going, it's a done deal. So you got to be careful. Just don't let off the gas completely. Whatever you do, pedal it, swat the throttle, whatever you got to do, try to get it down safely. All right, guys, comment, like, and subscribe. We'll see y'all soon. Later.